A disabled football fan who says his local club changed his life is to see his story made into a film. Paul Hodson is such a passionate supporter of Darlington that he wrote a book about it. Now a northern film company has decided to make it into a movie with a cast that includes actress Denise Welch. Luke Casey's been to Feethams, the home of the Quakers, to hear why.
It was an attack of meningitis when he was a baby that left Paul Hodson disabled. But for most of his 38 years, he has fought against being stereotyped as a wheelchair-bound victim. All he wants, he says, is to be treated as normal. And here at Feethams, where he's been an ardent fan since the age of 7, he is.
It's in my blood, and I think once it's in your blood, you just want to go to every game. I get sometimes a bit peeved off when we lose, but by the Monday, I'm looking forward to the next game again. I want a really bad time in my life, and the football club were all there for me, and I never forget that.
In fact, Paul has forgotten nothing, and all of it is revealed with searing honesty and great humour in his autobiography. When the book appeared, it impressed everybody, including a northern film company.
It was a very dramatic and honest telling about his life, and there was things there that you don't get normally in this type of story, and its honesty and everything, and it was just very warm with with the club and the fact that he's grown up with them, and it's just a great story.
The book is absolutely fantastic for a guy like Paul to have the idea anyway, and then to see it come into the book was an absolute brilliant achievement by Paul.
Now, Scott Mann and fellow filmmaker Nick Roundtree have got the backing to turn the story into a full-length movie. A big-name actor is being lined up to play Paul, and Denise Welch is to play his mother. Paul himself is delighted.
It's going to be good for the local economy and stuff like that. But for me personally, I'm just glad that the project has come so far, and I'm proud that I managed to write such a good book as my first attempt.
Shooting of the film, all of it in Darlington, begins in the autumn. If it's successful, life for Paul will no longer be lived just on the sidelines. Luke Casey, North East Tonight.
Now that's going to be a film worth seeing, and it will be shot in the North East, which is good.
Absolutely.
The Quakers' biggest win of a largely depressing season was kicked off when Ashley Nichols timed his burst from midfield to perfection. This is the same Shrewsbury team that beat Everton in the FA Cup earlier this year, but something has gone spectacularly wrong with them, and they're in danger of dropping out of the league. Darlington have all but removed that danger now. Big Barry Conlon got the second goal, and they were cruising by half-time after Neil Maddison blasted the third. Nice. The one moment of hope for Shrewsbury was a very well-taken goal from Ryan Lowe, but it was destined to be the most worthless of consolations, because the visitors then gave a graphic example of why they're struggling. Gary Pearson hit the shot well, but a half-decent team would surely have found some way to keep it out of the net. Conlon iced the cake towards the end. The Quakers aren't mathematically safe from relegation yet, but with 9 teams below them, it's pretty much a done deal.
Not much on this for either side, but Hull made the brighter start. Ben Burgess's run and shot just about kept out by former Sunderland trainee keeper Chris Porter. Expect Darlow boss Mick Tate to try and make Tom Newey's loan move from Leeds permanent after the 20-year-old's man-of-the-match display was capped by his first senior goal. A rather more regular scorer wrapped up the points in stoppage time. Dublin-born Barry Conlon, 17th and best of the season. The Tigers were toothless. Boss Peter Taylor made no excuses.
Who was at Darlington's last ever game at Feethams.
Darlington fans have followed this path for the best part of 120 years. December 1883 was their very first game here. Yesterday was their last.
Shame to see the old ground go, and that's, but apart from that, looking forward to the new. Hopefully, it gets the team as well to match the new ground. It should be okay. Well, looking forward to the new stadium, but it'll be a bit the old place.
What's special about Feethams?
Tin shed, yeah.
They packed them into the ground in January 1958 when the Quakers knocked the mighty Chelsea out of the FA Cup. Jimmy Greaves and all. It was Feetham's greatest ever game.
We nearly didn't get into extra time.
They missed a bit of a sit-in right near the end, but after that, it was just 1 team in it. And it was a great day.
Another great day was May the 11th, 1991, when Darlington beat Rochdale to win the 3rd Division title. One of 3 promotion campaigns for captain Kevin Smith.
Oh yeah, all my memories are here. I mean, I've been to other clubs, you know, I went to Coventry City and we won the FA Cup, although I was cup tied, but I got involved with all that, but it doesn't outweigh what I've done here.
Kevin was one of more than 50 old boys who made their final pilgrimage to Feethams yesterday. Former player-manager Paul Ward was another, invited back by the Supporters Club and the Supporters Trust, so the fans could show their appreciation one last time.
What about coming back for the last game? A bit nostalgic?
Great. See all the players, marvellous, absolutely marvellous. Very emotional, seeing players.
What we needed to round it all off was a Darlington win. Losing to Leyton Orient wasn't in the script. Two down inside half an hour to goals from Matt Lockwood and Gary Alexander. Darlington needed to pull one back before the break. It wasn't the prettiest, but Jimmy Corbett threw them a lifeline. And then what you'd call an inspired substitution. With quarter of an hour to go, Mick Tate sent on Neil Wainwright, whose first 3 touches almost set up a goal for Barry Conlon. With his 4th, he headed the equaliser. 25 seconds after coming on, Wainwright had scored Darlington's very last goal at Feethams. It shouldn't have been the last one though. From Wainwright's shot, Corbett missed a glorious chance in the dying seconds. But it finished 2-2. Truly the end of an era.
We couldn't have signed off with a defeat because it would have been terrible for the fans. They've done brilliant with the turnout today, and they made the voices heard. So we couldn't have disappointed them today.
It was a good turnout today for the last game. I would just say to those people, come and have a look at the new stadium, you know, and let's see 6,000 there to start next season, maybe more. I'm sure they'll be impressed, and I'm sure they'll want to come back more and more.